You are welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel in the news. We are talking about the soul of rivers and not Wike. Fubara is governor, don't mean he's rivers. Who said it? Barrister Cheta Nwala on Channels Television's program ahead of the forthcoming local government elections. Legal practitioner Cheta Nwala offered a different perspective on the political crisis in Rivers State, insisting that it goes far beyond Governor Sim Fubara. Nwala stressed that many observers will wrongly reduce the conflict to a personal feud between Fubara and his predecessor Nyesom Wike, now Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. He argued that such a narrow view obscures the deeper realities at stake. According to him, neither Fubara nor Wike can be seen as the full embodiment of Rivers State interest. Instead, he framed the crisis as a struggle over the state governance direction, its control of resources, and the long-term aspiration of its people. In his view, the unfolding events represent a decisive moment for Rivers, with outcomes that will influence the state's stability and growth for years to come. Nwala urged the public to move away from personality-driven politics and instead recognize the upcoming local government elections as an opportunity to redefine the state's future. He called on voters to focus on candidates whose visions align with Rivers State's developmental priorities, stressing the need for unity and collective progress over division and rivalry. In his statements, he said, everything that is being done in Rivers State is not being done for Fubara. Fubara is not Rivers State. What we are talking about is the soul of Rivers State and not Nyesom Wike. They are not Rivers State. The fact that Fubara is governor today doesn't mean that Fubara is Rivers State. Barrister Nwala, in his discussion on Channels Television, had come out categorically to speak on the state, the Rivers State. He's insisting that the problem within that state goes beyond the two gladiators, the governor and his predecessor. No, that these people are not Rivers State, and he's still emphasizing that singular fact that when it comes to the local government election, it is the destiny of the people of the state, and they are the one that's supposed to decide which direction their life will go, their future will be, and everything as it falls in line. He stressed that so many observers are wrongly reduced the problem that is in Rivers State to personal feud between Fubara and Nyesom Wike, and he has argued that such narrow view has obscured the deeper realities that is at stake. According to the legal practitioner, they cannot afford to see these two people as the full embodiment of Rivers State's interest, which is very, very true. It is not individual, it is the people. That is it. He framed the crisis as a struggle over the state governance direction. These are issues that I think to a large extent, those who want to look into the political struggles and the situation in Rivers State should begin to consider state governance direction. Number two is control of resources. Yes, if you look at what is going on between Fubara and Wike, it has to do with this control of resources, control of governance, control of machinery. And number three, the legal practitioner made mention of the long-term aspiration of the people. As it were, the politicians are looking at their own influence. Like, of course, we can accuse Wike of trying to be in charge, trying to turn himself. We can accuse Wike of trying to be in charge and trying to turn himself to the new lord of River State, like the Jagaban of River State. And things are changing. There is civilization these days. The way Jagaban did in Lagos, he can't even try to do that anymore now, because of course things are changing, and we could see it in the decision that people made in the last election, that he had to lose election even in his own home state, that is Lagos State, to a large extent. So these are some of the things that I think to a large extent people need to look at. On the surface, you are seeing Wike and you are seeing Fubara, but underneath, why Wike? Why Fubara? What exactly is the situation? So number one, state governance direction. To a large extent, Fubara is the one in power and may want to go in a particular direction. But Wike, who is, about going about being influential and trying to control the political scenario in the state and also dictate how things are done, needs power too, needs governance direction. So he wants to be fully in charge such that Fubara will be subservient to him. And then this is what starts the genesis, or it starts as the beginning of their problem. And as a result of that, it has costed Fubara his position for 6 months, and it has also costed the House of Assembly their own positions too for more than 6 months, because, of course, to a large extent, Fubara did not allow them to see the House of Assembly complex was bulldozed, and also they themselves had to be out of office for a while. They were not even paid, even for all the period, and they too have some, headaches. I mean, to suffer for whatever is going on. So governance direction is very, very important. Where is Fubara going? As soon as it is at loggerheads where Wike wants to go, it becomes an issue. That's number one. And not only that, too, those who happen to be their so-called big fathers that are underneath are also dictating, trying to influence Fubara and also trying to influence Wike in which direction they should go, because everybody wants to hold on to power. That's number two. Control of resources. Yes, they know whoever is in control of resources is in control of the state. You have the soul of the state, and River State, who happens to be the highest paid state in the Niger Delta region, at a large extent, is one of the states that is collecting a very fat allocation even from the federal government, after Lagos State and probably some other. I think it's number two or three or so. But be it as it may, the control of resources is very, very germane, even to these politicians and state actors, those who want to always dictate the tune, and the kingmakers. And these are some of the reasons for the fight. Not really Fubara, not really in quote now is on Wike, but they want to just be there. Whether they're doing the right thing or not, they just want to be there. And the third thing here is the long-term aspiration of the people of Rivers State. Yes, it's a very good statement, but to a large extent, it is the long-term aspiration of the so-called the in the Lagos, their forefathers, or how do I put it now? They call them Baba Saleh. They are the one, dictating, the godfathers. Yes, that's the right word. Their own long-term aspiration, they want to continue to remain in power. They are the statesmen. They can bring anybody in and they can remove anybody. But on the surface, they said this aspiration of the people of the state. So all these unfolding events they represent a decisive moment even for Rivers. That's just the reality. And the people need to take the bull by the horn, and that's just the truth. And that's what the legal practitioner Chetan Nwala is trying to call the attention of the public to. So he told them to move away from all this personality-driven politics and recognize the upcoming, the local government election as an opportunity to redefine the state's future. And he called on voters to focus on candidates whose vision align with Rivers State developmental priorities, stressing the need for unity and collective progress over division and rivalry. Keep liking our channel. Keep coming for good news. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you share. Give us your thumbs up. Thank you very much.